As you guys can see, it is getting warm today. We finally have the sun. I am so excited, you guys. I could not help myself. I'm going to film right now and then be outside for the rest of the time. We're going to see what we're going to do. I have a lot of outdoor stuff, but obviously, as you guys can see for the title today, we are going to do my Project 50 uses, you guys. I hesitated on holding this off for another month, but I figured, you know what? I'm going to update you guys this month and most likely next month. So yeah, maybe it'll give you an opportunity to give suggestions on what palettes to bring in. So anyway, if you're interested to see my Project 50 uses update, stay tuned. Okay guys, so if you're not aware, my Project 50 uses is where I bring in some eyeshadow palettes to use 50 times, however I see fit, as long as I need to, and I'm very excited that I have met some accomplishments this past month. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to my 3 palettes. Okay, so with this project pan, I believe I updated you guys either in March or April, I can't remember, so it's been a good at least 2 months worth of not updating you guys. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was that long ago. It's been about almost 2 months since I've updated you guys. So last update, I had brought in this palette. This was the Natasha Denona Mini Star, and I'll show you guys a before, and this is what it's looking like now, you guys. So far, this one has been the one that is still staying in here. I've only used this one 35 times. For me, that's a lot, but I've used this so much, and it's been mainly this shade right here that I use as my first transition shade. I have used this shade. I have used this one. Actually, I've used the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have used every single shade, but if you were to look up close, this one has like a dip going on there. I know that Natasha Denona takes forever to hit pan, especially a matte, so I don't think I will hit pan, but you can definitely tell that I've used this one a ton. So this one only has 35 uses. 50 uses, what is that? Another 15 more uses, and this should be rolled out. I'm hoping I can reach that next month and then be able to give you an update and roll this one out, but I don't know. 15 uses could take me a full 30 days to get to, so I can't say whether or not. So yeah, today's the 35th use. I do have it on my crease. I do enjoy this one a lot. I've really enjoyed it, even though this is the mini version of the full palette that I have in here as well, but I've been able to incorporate both of them for a lot of looks, and this has been something that I really enjoy. I'm liking the fact that this project pan is showing me what I genuinely love and what I reach for, and good decisions I've made when it comes to purchases of eyeshadow. Okay, let's move on to this one. So this is the Natasha Denona Star. This is the larger palette. I am fully aware that these are repeats in here, but I never touched the ones that are in here in the big one. I just used the little one, which is fine because there's plenty in here that I was able to use. So last update, I can't remember how many uses I had. I will put it up on the screen. I'll do my research and put it up on my screen, but I have met my 50 uses. So I'll show you what it looked like from the beginning and what it's looking like now. As you guys can see, I've used this quite a bit. There has been some usage, a lot of usage in quite a few of these. This has been my palette to go to when it comes to majority of my mattes. So any look that I've done, my mattes come from here, and you guys can see which mattes I've reached for the most. I have had so much fun with this. I have used, like this shade right here is by far one of my favorite shades in here. I love it. This is a sparkle topper that I really do enjoy. This one was okay. I did like how it looked, but I wasn't a fan too much of it. There's a few. This one I really loved on the eyes as well. I had a lot of fun with it. The one shade that I will say that I did not use once was this red one right here. It just didn't catch me that much, and I think everything else I have at least used. Even this gray one I did use. So I had a lot of fun with this palette. I really do enjoy it, and you can definitely see that I have used it. Used and loved this palette. So I have met my 50 uses. I did not expect to have any dips. I did not expect to have any pan in here because we all know Natasha Denona takes a very long time. So I did not expect any of that when it came to this, but I wanted to use it because this was basically brand new in my collection. So now I get to disinfect it and put it back in my collection because I have loved this. 50 uses, and this is what this looks like. These will last you a lifetime, I'm telling you, last you a lifetime. The last palette that I had, I remember this one having 16 uses. Oh, I do remember now. This one only had 1 use. I remember this one only had 1 use. This one had, I believe, 16 uses the last time, and I was finally able to meet the 50 uses on this one as well. So I'll show you what it looked like before and what it's looking like now. Again, this is another kind of formula where you really can't tell too much. You could see that I've used these, enjoyed them, but it doesn't take much to get the saturation that you need on your eyes. My favorite shade out of here by far has been this one. I really enjoyed it. The least favorite is this yellow one over here. I really like these colors right here. This gray one was actually nice. Like these two colors. I really enjoyed the majority of this one. I have no complaints about this one as well. Had fun with it. Mixed it a lot with my Natasha Denona Star. Mixed it a lot with my Pan Those eyeshadows. That's how I incorporate all of these with my everyday look. So I'm happy to say that this one's finally getting rolled out because I have met my 50 uses on it. All right, you guys. So let's wrap it up. So this one's staying in here for another 15 uses. So I don't know how much longer this will be. I've contemplated, because I genuinely thought I was only going to update you guys on this one, because this is the one that I had already hit the 50 uses about 2 weeks ago, but I only had about 8 more uses left of this one in order to reach my 50 use goal. So this is why I extended it another 2 weeks to get my 50 uses out of this one and be able to roll out 2 instead of 1. This one had 15, so I wasn't going to wait that long to do this one. So now that I have 2 coming out, I'm bringing in 2. One palette I already had in mind that I wanted to bring and replace my Pat McGrath one, because I already had finished that one, thought about it clearly. The other one was more of an impulse pick, but I think I'm set with it. I'm okay with it because I think I will use it. I'm hoping that I use it. I want to use it more to see if I genuinely like it or not. So first and foremost, the one that has always been stuck in my head that I want to bring in here is the Too Faced Sweet Peach. So this is the one we're replacing the Pat McGrath one. This is perfect for this time of year. It's now getting to be starting to spring, like warm spring and not cold spring. And summer's around the corner, so I think this would be perfect for the summertime. I can wear very, very light looks or deepening it up. There's another palette that's similar to this, but it's not the same, so I debated on it. That might be the one I roll in for next time, I'm not sure. So this is what we're bringing in for Pat McGrath for 50 uses. So I will take photos of it. This is what it's looking like now. I'm hoping to have a lot more use in this. I have used it. I've reviewed it. I really enjoy this palette. I've learned to appreciate this palette over the years more because of its simplicity. So I think I didn't appreciate it when I first got it, and now I appreciate it more. And it still smells like peaches, you guys.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah, oh, yeah.
So we're gonna bring this in for 50 uses. We'll see how long this lasts. Hopefully the whole summer. I'm hoping to roll this out by September, but we'll see how that happens. The other one, okay, so there was quite a few that I was contemplating on, but I did not want something that was gonna compete one with this one. Be the same kind of usage kind of palette for me. I was trying to avoid a palette that was going to be the same kind of usage that I was using my Natasha Denona Star 4 palette, just the mattes. I was trying to avoid that because there are mattes in here that I do want to use. There is another older palette in my collection that is similar to the Sweet Peach, but it's a lot more vibrant. It has different shades in it, and I think that's the one I might pick next. I'm just gonna get an idea first of the Sweet Peach before I commit to that one, because that's the one I wanted to bring in here, but I wanted to see the Sweet Peach first on my eyes, how I was going to use it, how I was going to use it as an everyday thing or mix it in with my Pan Those eyeshadows in order for me to decide whether it was going to compete with my Sweet Peach or be complementary to my Sweet Peach. So that's where my strategy is. So this is why I'm calling the one that I'm bringing in as an impulse one, because this was not in my radar at all to bring at all. Like, I mean, anytime soon or even this year at all. So for that, I'm bringing in the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. I debated between the 1 and 2, but I think the 2 is the one I'm going to bring in because it is different from my Sweet Peach and the Star 1. The Star 1 and the Sweet Peach give me my neutral browns that I can use in the crease every day. And this one's more of berry and rich tone shades, more warm tone shades for the summer, but it's not the same mattes. And I think that's why I picked the number 2 versus the 1, because the 1 has very similar shades to this, very similar shades to the Big Star and the Sweet Peach. And even if I bring the other one in, it may compete with that. So I'm trying to have a variety without getting bored with it. And I have these 2 cream shades in here that I think are perfect for the one and done kind of feel if I want to in the summertime. So I think this is why I picked this one. Help me justify it, guys. Help me justify it. So this is the one that I'm bringing in replacement for my Natasha Denona Star. Who knows how this is gonna go? Mine does not have any mold. I don't know if it's because I keep my room here well ventilated. I have vents, I keep air conditioning here, there's heat in here, I have a ceiling fan. Sun does not directly hit these windows in front of me ever, so I don't have that excruciating heat up here. The only heat that I get is if when it rises up from downstairs. So, but I help that with, you know, the fan and air conditioning. So mine doesn't have mold. I don't know. Not to mention, I did not purchase this right when it released. So maybe I got a different batch from most people, but so far so good, you guys. So far so good. So we're gonna use these. Let me know what you guys think. So these are my 3 new palettes. Here, I'm try not to blind you guys. There we go. These are my 3 new palettes that I have. They're very different from one another, and I think that's the fun part about this. And the one that I'm contemplating on replacing this, we'll see how when I start to use these, whether it's worth for me to bring that one or start from scratch and pick something else. So I'm actually enjoying this. This is one of my project pans that I'm having so much fun with because it takes the guessing game away from eyeshadow palettes that I like. How do I explain this? I love the variety of using different palettes every day, but sometimes it's daunting. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do that. And having set palettes without the goal of hitting pan, without the goal of just concentrating and focusing on one shadow and having my look go around it, it's so freeing for me, but I do enjoy it and I'm getting usage out of my nice things, my nice palettes. Like I'm trying to go higher end with these things because if not, I'm never gonna reach for these because they're too nice. I'm leaving them for a nice special occasion. Well, guess what? That special occasion is today because we don't have guaranteed tomorrow and then my kids are gonna enjoy my stuff and I never got to. So I'm very happy with my choices. I am gonna see how the next month comes when I'm done hitting my goals on this, how I'm gonna pick the next one up because I think I already have mine that I want to pick next, but like I said, I want to play around with the ones that I picked currently to see if it's even worth it. All right, guys, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for you. Join me until then.